doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Ooh. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. I'm not holding it in anymore. I'm gonna shout it out loud. I understand what I'm here for and what this life is about. What this life is about. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Here we go. One more you. Come on, guys. It's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, it's about hopes up and wide. It's about love, it's about passion, taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, lending a hand. Come on, it's about love, it's about laughter, it's about comfort and smiles. It's about love, it's about kindness, about hearts open wide. It's about love, it's about passion, taking a chance. It's about love, it's about service, lending a hand. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. One more time. Swing wide the doors, the time is right. Swing wide the doors to let in the light. Bring in the dawn for humankind. Swing wide the doors of this heart of mine. Swing wide the doors for this heart of mine.
I want to see you up on your feet. Let's dance.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who you've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Let us get on holy, that here we are on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
let
hey.
us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound.
Hey, 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 hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
George, put your hands together. Everybody,
Get up on your feet. See the light. Everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
hey, 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 hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Good morning. We at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living acknowledge that we gather on the ancestral land of the Kauai, the Gabrielino Tongva, the Keech, and the Pachanga peoples. We commit to live in right relations, to love our neighbors, to seek justice and loving kindness, and to walk humbly on this land. We acknowledge and honoring this day because we're here, right? We're here. So we acknowledge this day and we honor it. We recognize our oneness so that we may decolonize our minds and set each other free from the pain of racism and violence, to live better as Great Spirit intended, in harmony with nature and with one another. So again, good morning and welcome to the morning table. I'm ministerial intern Sandra Prince. Love lives here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where together we rise. I want to remind everyone in Johnson Hall to please put your phones on silent so that our time together is uninterrupted. So today, are there anyone in this building, online, anywhere celebrating a birthday in this month? Me, Vicky and I are. So we're going to sing.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. So Sasha's birthday also this month, the month of June. All right. So is there anyone celebrating any anniversaries or anything like that? Mom and Dad on the 17th of June. Congratulations, Constance and Bill. How many years? A lot of beautiful years.
And Mom and Dad are at 40 years this year.
And
Yes.
Jeff's mom and dad is at 40 years. All right.
Wow, that's right.
So we'll be
I'm
asking,
not that old.
what's the secret? So we acknowledge you. Congratulations. So today, right here, right now, what we want to do is we want to come together and ground ourselves in unity for a moment as we say our focus statement together. We embolden people to live their highest potential through the transformative power of love. Now, let's get up and move our bodies this morning as we listen to some beautiful music.
This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, no, no. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world didn't take it away. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, no, no. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This strength that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world didn't take it away. Love, this love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This love that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world didn't take it away. Let me hear you say pride. This pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, 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 this pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, 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 this pride that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world didn't take it away. Here we go, peace. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This peace that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world didn't take it. Here we go, last one. Joy, here we go. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. This joy that I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, the world didn't take it away.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I am Ed Ryan, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living. I'll be available after the morning table for a brief moment of prayer in the prayer room located in the lobby. Please don't leave here this morning with anything on your heart. I would love to pray with you, and we absolutely know that prayer works. Now, there's a candle in the center of your table. I invite you to light it with me now. And as we come together in conversation this morning, the candle is a reminder that when two or more are gathered, a greater wisdom is available to us. We experience a deeper love, and our light shines brighter. Now I invite you all to take in a deep breath and just release. Close your eyes if you're comfortable in doing so. And please allow this music to take you into the silence, followed by this morning's invocation.
We are one, we are one, we are all one in God. We are one, we are love, we are all the love of God. Beauty surrounds me, falling at my feet as I hear the calling of the Holy One in me. We are whole, we are whole, we are all the wholeness of God. We are strength, we are strength, We are all the strength of God. Beauty surrounds me, falling at my feet. As I hear the calling, the Holy One in me, we are made.
We are made.
We are made.
We are made.
We are all made of God. We are one.
We are one.
We are one.
We are one.
We are all one in God. We are. 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 We are all one. Oh, we are one in God. We are.
So just continuing to breathe into this moment. We recognize that oneness, that knowing, that deep truth, that there is only this one, that there is only God. I truly know that God is all there is, that infinite power of love, that warm, welcoming peace, that effervescent joy, the wisdom with the answers to all questions, the clarity that dissolves all confusion. And it is that freedom of the boundless universe and that infinite possibility. It expresses here, through us here and now. We are one with God. We are one with its love, one with its peace, its wisdom, its freedom, its possibility. And we are one with each other. That infinite, divine spark of life that is God flows through each and every one of us. And we come together this day to swing wide the doors of our hearts, to release anything that we've been holding on to, any sort of regret, any sort of anger with someone that may have completed a transgression against us. We embrace that love that's deep within our souls, and we embrace forgiveness. Forgiveness of ourselves and forgiveness of others. And in doing so, we simply let go of any anger, any fear, any feelings of regret or coulda, shoulda, woulda. And we know that in letting go, that it only strengthens the power within our own souls, the power within that embodies that love. And this does not release anyone from any kind of accountability or responsibility, but it does release each and every one of us when we embrace that power to forgive. It releases us from the anger, releases us from any feelings of insecurity, any feelings of doubt. We know that in letting go, that 100% of spiritual growth is in that power of letting go, in that power of forgiving. So today we embrace that power so we can step forward in our lives, to be present, not living in the past, but to be present in the here and now, and embrace the love that we are and move forward into the future to simply be that presence of the one in the world and to simply live free. And so now I know that we embrace this all together right here and right now. And I know that Constance and Bill's granddaughter Aubrey is filled with the energy of God at her dance competition to this day. And I just give great thanks for this truth, for this knowing. I allow it to be so, and so it is.
Hold on, is this really the life I'm living? 'Cause I don't feel like I deserve it. Every day that I wake, every breath that I take, you given. So right here, right now, this is the sun is shining down. I'm gonna live like there's no tomorrow, love, like I'm on borrowed time. It's good to be alive, yeah. Hold on, if the life that we've been given is made beautiful in the living, and the joy that we get brings joy to the heart of the giver. And right here, right now, this is the song I'm singing now. I wanna live like there's no tomorrow, love, like I'm on borrowed time. It's good to be alive. I wanna live like there's no tomorrow, love, like I'm on borrowed time. It's good to be alive, yeah. I won't take it for granted. I won't waste another second. All I want is to give you a life worth live, to say thank you. I wanna live like there's no tomorrow, love, like I'm on borrowed time. It's good to be alive. I wanna live like there's no tomorrow, love, like I'm on borrowed time. It's good to be alive. I won't take it for granted. I won't waste another second. All I want is to give you a life worth live, to say thank you.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jabel. Thank you, the band, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes. All right, I am Rev Jeff Ryan. I am the senior minister here at Riverside Center for Spiritual Living, where? There's a lot of love. So here it is. Where? Thank you. All right. So, good morning. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Love lives here over there. Oh, yeah. It does. Absolutely. And we talked about it earlier, too. So it's just it's a both. It's a both and. Yes. And love lives here, right over there. Yes. Thank you. I was like, what are we pointing at? I'm like, is there a bug? Is there a fly? And so good morning to all of our beloveds watching on live stream, love stream there at home. Good morning to mom and dad in Vegas. Good morning, Maria Sneed. Good morning to Zena and Patty in Bellingham, Washington. Good morning to our beloved Anita Nace. Let's see here. Yeah, good morning to Dinah and Stu. They are driving somewhere on the way to Kentucky in their motorhome. We don't know where. So, but they're driving in their motorhome currently. And Sasha has entered the building, so we can wish Sasha a happy birthday this week. Yes, Princess Sasha is here. So, all right. Oh, yeah. Tara. So Cindy said that Sasha is a huge distraction because Cindy is sitting there staring at Sasha's beautiful face, and so she is not paying attention to one word that I'm saying. Not that I've said anything yet, but I see how this morning's going to go. Right? Okay. So, yeah, well, right. All right, here we go. So, question for you. I asked this question for you in the email, but can a leopard change its spots? Can a leopard change its spots? It's not that hard of a question. Let's try this again. Everybody get your coffee. Take a sip. Can a leopard change its spots? No, a leopard cannot change its spots because its spots are its spots. It cannot change its spots. However, are you a leopard? No. So, can you change? Yes. All right. Good. I'm glad we're in agreement on that one. Whew. So, a leopard can't change its spots. And so when we say a leopard can't change its spots, frequently what we're talking about when we refer to a person and we say a leopard can't change its spots, it's like, oh yeah, he's a liar. He is always a liar. He will always be a liar. A leopard does not change its spots, cannot change its spots, meaning that he's a liar and he's not going to change it, right? As our beautiful Maya Angelou said, when a person shows you who they are the first time, believe them, right? And I will say that a leopard can't change its spots, meaning a person can't change their innate nature. That part of it is true, their innate nature, because what is their innate nature, my beloveds? God, the divine, right? The divine doesn't change. So the who of who you are, the who of who we are, our very essence, the core of our being is spirit made manifest, and spirit doesn't change, correct? So in that sense, our innate nature means that we are like a leopard, we can't change our spots, we can't change our innate nature because our very innate nature, who we are, is the divine made manifest. However, when we equate our characteristics, when we equate our behaviors, and especially our unskilled behaviors or somebody else's unskilled behaviors, because heaven forbid, I don't have any unskilled behaviors. But when we equate somebody else's unskilled behaviors with the who of who they are, that's where we get into trouble. Because now the act of lying suddenly becomes the verb becomes the noun liar. And then we assign liar to the person. And then we say, oh, a leopard can't change its spots because he's a liar. And he can't change his spots. But what we've done, my beloveds, is we have made a mistake. In other words, in other language that might provoke you, you've sinned. Right? Not I, right? Right? Because all sinning is making a mistake, right? Leslie got verklempt. She was having to fan herself. Oh, no, not me. Right? Right? Gasp, clutch the pearls. Right? So All it means is that we have made a mistake, my friends. We have equated their behavior with their nature. Not their character, but with their nature, right? And so we have now assigned them being a liar that is their nature. It's so inbred in them. They came out of the womb lying right away, right? Doesn't quite happen that way, right? As we've been discussing, as we've been learning over the past few months, right? There's the whole cycle of socialization. There's the whole cycle of liberation, breaking the cycle of socialization, right? So, and then last week we talked about the drama triangle, right? So victim, villain, hero. And so when we are labeling liar, what are we doing? We're calling them the villain. Thank you, Alan. Somebody paid attention last week. Thank you, Alan. Good teacher, good student. So, right? So we're labeling them the villain. The minute we label them the villain, we are riding that drama triangle, aren't we? Now we're in the place of the victim. Or, if we're righteous about it, self-righteous about it, we're in the place of the hero. Remember? Yay! Oh, right? The melodrama. So by mislabeling, we are perpetuating the drama triangle. Still with me, Vicki? Uh-huh. Yep, I see you. So we're perpetuating the drama triangle. And how does it feel to be on the drama triangle? How did it feel last week being on the drama triangle? I think the word was ick, right? I think that was the word that we used was ick, right? We don't enjoy being on the drama triangle. We don't thrive on the drama triangle. The drama triangle actually pulls us down and takes us on a whole different path. So, with this point of lying, and he's a perpetual liar, he's never going to change. One of the things I want you to think about is, how often do you lie? Today? Yeah. Yes, today, right? How often do you lie? And you might be sitting there with your pearls like, I don't lie, right? And if I ask you, how are you doing today? And you say, fine, the likelihood of that being a lie is pretty strong. But the difference between that kind of a lie and a larger lie is that kind of a lie might be a lie of discernment, right? Because, you know what? You don't want to hear the drama that's going on in my life right now, nor do I want to share the drama that's going on in my life right now with you. I just want to, I just want you to bag my groceries so that I can leave the store, okay? So I'm going to lie to you, and I'm going to say, fine, right? But it's still lying. So there's the opportunity here of looking at where, when we point the finger at the liar or the lying, and we're pointing the finger, we have the opportunity then to look and say, hey, where do I do this? Because now I'm standing in accusation, I'm standing in judgment, I might even be standing in resentment, I might be holding a grudge or a grievance because of some transgression, or biblical term, some trespass, right? And so what about trespass? What does it say in the Lord's Prayer? Forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who've trespassed against us. Yes, right? So then what's the key factor there? Forgiveness. And who's forgiving? Us. Forgive us as we forgive, right? So forgive us in the same manner and the same degree and the same time. The as, in this case, is very important. And we were just talking about this last night, Ed and Leslie. How big is your as? Do you have a big as? Back that as up. right? Right? Because the as is very important in that, because if I'm like, oh yeah, I forgive you. Yeah. There's not a whole lot of potency. There's not a whole lot of power behind that. There's not a whole lot of freedom behind that, is there? Because the whole idea is to live and be free, but the way we live, one of the ways we live, one of the key ways that we live is to forgive. So we forgive to live. Because what happens, my beloveds, is when there has been some kind of transgression, when there has been something that has happened to us, that has occurred to us, that we don't like, that somebody has done to us, right? We can stay in the victim role. That's the victim, villain, hero. We can stay in that victim, villain role, or we can rise above it. And how do we rise above it? We rise above it by taking responsibility, not for the action that occurred, but how we are going to deal with the effect of whatever the action was. Because the action has happened. And now we are left with the effect. And so we get to take ownership of the consequences. We get to accept the painful outcomes are now ours to deal with. And we also get to accept that any suffering or pain now lies in our hands. Because, as I've shared with you earlier this year, when I fired that woman years ago, and she saw me recently, I hadn't thought about her in years. Ain't nothing happening on my end. Blessing, I love you, bless you, right? And on her end, she was like, yeah, right? She was all kind of like nasty and just like, when she saw it, I mean, her face like, pursed her lips, like, right? And I'm like, honey, you've been holding on to that? I am so sorry. You've been holding on to the anger, the hurt, the disappointment, but yet that's not doing anything over here. I blessed you on your way to your highest and furthest good. But, right? And she was still holding it, still miserable, still thinking about that one incident in her very long life. And how sad and how heavy that had to have been and continues to be because of the lack of forgiveness. I don't need her to forgive me, right? I don't need her to forgive me. Where the forgiveness comes in, where the forgiveness happens is by shifting how she or you or I or we respond to, and how we then hold it. If I were to continue to hold a grudge, or continue to hold the grievance, or continue to hold the accusation, or the resentment, who is it really hurting? It's hurting me, right? My health suffers. My mental health suffers. My physical health suffers. I am now giving that person room to live in my brain, in my heart, rent-free. And not only that, but now I'm recognizing the person who hurt me in other people. It's like, oh yeah, you're just like that guy. Yeah. And so then that puts distance in other relationships. And that hurts as well. Because it's, once again, it's creating that sense of separation. Is it not? Yeah. So, we can still, as Ed said, hold people accountable for their actions. We are not saying that they are free of their responsibility. We are not saying that they are free of their accountability. And we are also no longer giving them the opportunity, because they're not doing it, but giving them the opportunity to live rent-free in our bodies, in our minds, and our spirits. And the minute we forgive, the minute we begin to do our forgiveness work, and we're not going to forget necessarily, but the minute we start to do our forgiveness work, we free ourselves, we unplug ourselves, we then have more freedom in our own life to pursue this joy that I have. The world can't take it from me. This love that I have, the world can't take it from me. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Meaning, the world didn't give it, and this person that did me wrong can't take it away, right? Because the love that I am, the peace that I am, the joy that I am, right, is that unchangeable, innate nature that is the very truth of who I am and who I always will be. So my opportunity then, my beloveds, is to then step into the who of who I am, to remember who I am. Not only that, but to remember who the transgressor is. Because the truth of their nature, if there is only one life, one power, one presence, one love, the truth of the true truth of their nature, the true truth of their nature is that they too are love, joy, peace, harmony. That's who they have to be, because they can't be anything else. They can show up in other ways, just like I can show up in other ways. But who they are is spirit itself. So the opportunity then is to first remember who you are. Remember who they are. And then deal with or respond to the transgression in a way that is healthiest for you. Sometimes that means holding a boundary. It's like, I'm not going to ever associate with that beloved ever again. But I'm also not going to carry them with me like a bag of rocks, like a backpack full of rocks. I'm no longer going to let them inflict pain in my life, because they're not actually the ones inflicting the pain. I am. I'm causing my own suffering. Yes, there was pain in the moment. There was pain in the moment. But the continued pain, the continued suffering, that's not on them. That's right here. Because I'm carrying it. I'm holding it. I'm making that something that I feel is important to me. And it keeps me on the drama triangle. Oh, right? Keeps me in that victim role on the drama triangle. So, we recognize who we are. We recognize who they are. We recognize that this was an unskilled behavior. We recognize and we honor the pain that we are experiencing, because the pain is real. And then we have the opportunity to forgive. Forgiveness is all about love for self. We forgive so that we may release it, so that we no longer continue to carry the pain and suffering. Make sense? All right. So in a moment, we're going to go to tables. And you have 4 questions today. You do not have to discuss every question. I know that some of you have been like, okay, rapid fire, 4 questions, go. It doesn't have to be that way. There might be a question there that is really like speaking to the table. Go into depth with that question. Or there might be multiple questions. Use the questions to start the conversation and have the conversation. So what these questions are designed to do today is they are designed to make you go a bit deeper with forgiveness. Who have you not forgiven? How does holding on to the resentment, judgment, and or accusation make you feel physically and emotionally and spiritually, if you want to add that? What is withholding forgiveness costing you? Because I know, because we are still in physical form, that there is someone or something, and it could be yourself, that still needs some forgiveness, and you're withholding it, and it's costing you something? And then finally, what will it take for you to forgive? Those are the questions posed to the table today. So for those of you joining us online, I invite you now to move into the Zoom room, and you see the Zoom room number and password there at the bottom of your screen. I invite you to move into the Zoom room and have the conversation. Join Mom and Zena and a few others in the Zoom room to have the conversation. And you can also take some time to journal the questions. If you are on Facebook or YouTube, you can take some time to journal the questions while we are having these conversations here in the room. All right? Sound good? Ready? Go. righteousness holders, your light holders, your light showers, okay? Your light bearers. All right? So go. 2 minutes. All right, welcome back. Okay, so Sanja.
Okay, I'm coming to you, band. Coming to the band.
Coming to the band. So let's hear from a couple of groups what you were talking about today around forgiveness, etc.
So they're yelling at me because I talked the whole time.
Oh, okay. So,
But,
so you have the microphone. All right.
Sorry. We were just talking about how when you're trying to forgive family, that's such a harder thing than like forgiving a friend, and trying to find out how it's much harder to find that peace with somebody when it's family. And it's easier sometimes with somebody who's a stranger or somebody that you've chosen in your life who've maybe, hurt you in some way. But definitely, I had just mentioned to everybody that sometimes people don't even know you're mad at them, or
Right.
that they hurt you. And so they're not affected by you not forgiving. It's only you who's not affected, who's being affected by not forgiving
Right.
that other person. So that is definitely, I think, a struggle for all of us, is just to figure out how to come to terms with somebody who's hurt you or done something to you when you know that they probably don't even realize that they've done something to you. And maybe it is to go and say, hey, you did this, and you probably don't even realize that you did this. But I have a harder time with that with my family. Especially, I have a hard time with my sister, for sure. And it is a relationship that I would really like to somehow resolve, because my dad passed, and it was his really big wish that we wouldn't be fighting as his kids. But so it's a struggle. I think everybody has somebody deep in their life, even in childhood or whatever, that you still have to kind of, but it's really about you coming to terms with forgiving that person, because I think I'd say 50% of those people maybe don't even realize what they've done.
Right.
So, I mean, we're just trying to find peace with that inside yourself is like is something we have to work on every day. So,
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you, Jabel.
Thank you.
Yeah, families can be a challenge as she's moving. families can be a challenge, can't they? Because we keep interacting with them for the most part, right? We have Thanksgiving with them. We do holidays with them. So sometimes it's a little bit harder. All right, let's go over
Okay.
here.
Leslie.
What were you at your table? Yeah.
Oh, we talked about all kinds of things. Probably the one that jumped out as the most interesting to me was we were talking about when we are in a place where we feel like perhaps we can best love someone from afar. And a comment came up at the table that was saying, but that's not what Jesus did. He was able to be with everyone, even if they were patently against him, and be really present. And we talked about the high intentionality of that, and also that he was also a master.
Right.
And perhaps we will all be able to do that when we are so completely grounded in love. And isn't that what we're working towards in the greater, bigger, perhaps multi-lifetime picture?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank
All right,
you.
how about let's go online here. And I'm just going to unmute my computer 1 second here. All right.
Well, I was thinking that what we spoke about mostly was very in line with what Jabel was talking about. Family, particularly difficult to, heal because they keep showing up. But it takes a realization that the other person isn't the one that's being bothered. It's us affecting our lives and extended periods of time in some cases. And to come to the point where we can realize that and, let it go and let that anger and all that go and know that you're freeing yourself.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Laura, and thank you to our beloveds joining us online or on Zoom. Great to have you with us this morning as well. Good morning, Sandy Nash. Great to see you. Sandra was waving at you a few minutes ago, so there you are. Good morning, Maria. Right. So, family can be a tricky, sticky wicket, right? And as Jabel was saying, a lot of times people have slighted you or you've gotten mad or somebody's done something to you and they have no clue that they did anything, right? Somebody made a comment or something in passing and you're all like wrapped around the axle and they're like, it was a comment. It was like, I was complimenting your hair. Okay. Ooh. Right? They have no idea, right? What they said. So the forgiveness piece begins where? Here. And then we move it forward, and then we move it forward, and we move it forward. So I'm going to invite my beloved friend, Reverend Leslie Goodwin from New Vision Center for Spiritual Living in Phoenix, Arizona, to come forth and to give you your homework assignment, your tool for thriving, because this is a tool that she created. And so I'm going to let her tell you about the tool. So, Reverend Leslie.
Hey, Riverside. Thank you for having me today. I'm delighted to be with you. So this is a tool that I created that we call Releasing the Rocks, and it has 5 steps, and you might want to take notes. I promise they're simple steps, but there are 5 of them. The first one is we're going to remember, do you remember Reverend Jeffrey saying, it's like you're dragging a backpack full of rocks? There's a reason he said it that way. And I invite you to think of the unhealed thing as a big, heavy, gnarly rock. It's got rough edges, it's scraping your back as you're walking, and you're just dragging this thing everywhere you go. Everywhere you go is this big rock. And I invite you to, rather than think of my relationship with my mother, think of one instance. The time my mother told me I didn't look good in my wedding dress. That's fictional, but ooh, that would be grinding my gears even still if that had happened, right? One little slice. Just think of that one slice as this big rock. That's step 1. Step 2 is a journaling process that you do for yourself where you say the person's name, Emily, comma, I forgive you for, and one of the things you're willing to forgive them for from that instance. Emily, I forgive you for calling me fat. Emily, I forgive you for being mean on a nice day. Emily, I forgive you, and you just keep writing. Emily, I forgive you for whatever comes up. Now, there's this tendency, my friends, maybe not in you, but in me, to be so sacred and so holy that I don't want to say the thing that is yapping in my head. Like, Emily, I forgive you for being a bleepy bleep and bleeper bleep. Say it. Get it all out. This is a dumping out process. You're not going to mail it to her. It's safe, I promise. When you have wrung that sponge clean dry, you turn the page and you write your own name. Leslie, I forgive myself for caring what Emily thought. Leslie, I forgive myself for abandoning myself in that situation. I forgive myself for not speaking up. I forgive myself for even inviting her to the darn appointment. I forgive myself for all the times I let somebody's opinion get in my head. And you just keep going until you've wrung that sponge out too. Might take a couple minutes. Now you're tired, right? Because you wrung 2 whole sponges out. So we're tired, so it's natural to close our eyes and think of that backpack with that big old rock. And we're going to visualize taking the rock out and chucking it into the biggest body of water we can think of. We're letting it go. And after we hear a very satisfying plop in our mind, we're going to take just a moment of appreciation for whatever good came out of that situation. Was it a moment of realization of being present to your own needs? Is it even the realization that you can put the rock down? Something good came from it. And just seal that release with a bit of gratitude and let it be. Those are our 5 steps. Visualize it as a rock. Forgive the other person for all the things. Forgive yourself for all the things. Throw the rock and take a moment in gratitude. And enjoy it.
Thank you. So give Reverend Leslie a hand there.
All right.
So you have your marching orders. You have your task for the week. So I invite the band to go ahead and take their spot. And we'll bring Sandra back up.
So, how was that, everyone?
Woohoo!
All right. So now is the time of our sacred giving and receiving. Your conscious contribution to this center allows us to continue all of our wonderful work. You'll notice that the envelopes are on the table. I want you to pay close attention to this one here. This is our 2 or more envelope. Take a look at that, and then also your tithing envelopes are there. So we want to give thanks for your contribution to this center. Also, there is a silver vessel on your table where you to place your contributions in there. Another way to give is to text to give. So just send a text message to 951-419-5858 and put the amount that you wish to contribute. Also, you can go to our website, riversidecsl.org, and click on the link in the upper right-hand corner under the tab Contribute. We are so grateful for your ongoing generosity. And for those in Johnson Hall, please place your giving in the silver envelope in the vessel and extend your hand towards the vessel, sending forth energy and blessing as we repeat our abundance affirmation together. It's on the screen. I give and receive freely and generously with an open heart and an open mind. The universe responds to me in kind. I know that my beloved community is richly blessed, and so it is.
Life is good. It is good to me, and it was meant for you to live and be free. Live and be free. For and walk the path. Take some time to laugh, and maybe it's been a while, but even try to smile, even try to smile, 'cause today is only here and not tomorrow. There's no point living a life that's full of regret and drowning in sorrow. Lift your head up high, open your eyes. You can choose to be happy. If you try, you might be surprised. Choices that you make can be revised. Have no fear, for the time you're here. And if you don't know where to start, then follow your heart, follow your heart. And run fast. Learn from things that have passed. And know that everything's okay. Just make that choice today. Make that choice today. 'Cause today is only here and then it's tomorrow. There's no point living a life that's full of regret and drowning in sorrow. Lift your head up high and open your eyes. You can choose to be happy. If you try, you might be surprised. Choices that you make can be revised. 'Cause today is only here and then it's tomorrow. There's no point living a life that's full of regret and drowning in sorrow. Lift your head up high, open your eyes. You can choose to be happy. If you try, you might be surprised. Choices that you make can be revised.
All right. Live and be free. So I have a couple of announcements. So remember, we've implemented this thing called Self-Care Sundays. And so it's really important that you know about those. So the first announcement today is Living Beyond Limits, starting on June 16th with moi as your facilitator. So please sign up for that. Today is chair yoga. If you want to get stretched out and make sure you can move with grace and ease, come to chair yoga. And then next Sunday is our first drumming circle with Daryl Prince. So please bring your drums, bring your rattles, bring all your instrumentations and come here and join us for the drum circle. So those are your announcements. I'll pass it to Reverend Jeff now.
A couple other announcements. The Sacred Grace Women's Circle starts this Friday on the 14th. Starts on the 14th. They have a fabulous new book that they are working with. And so if you are interested in the Sacred Grace Women's Circle and the book that they are working with, go see Cindy. Cindy, raise your hand. Go see Cindy after service. And I want to thank all of the men of Riverside CSL for a fabulous picnic last week. And Frank, if you would like to, Frank's got a minute here. Yep, that one.
Wake up, Frank.
Wake up,
We are awake.
Riverside. We have a verdict. Oh, that's not on. I'm sorry. So what I want to say another special thank you, Reverend Jeff, for your thank you.
Thank you.
And thank all of you who have attended the picnic. Give yourself a big round of applause for attending. I personally want to thank some of the people that helped out on the picnic, and I want to thank our cooks. I don't see any of them here, but let's give them some praise. I think we worked them too hard last week. Okay, and the servers are, Mike is not here, Chester was a server, Daryl was a server. let's give, and myself, you give us a hand. And we have a setup and breakdown crew. Let's give them a hand. That's Ken, Stuart, Marty, Daryl, Alex, and Joe. And last but not least, we had a fantastic DJ that brought it all home for us, yes. DJ Earl Brogan. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. All right, I invite our practitioners and core council members and our visiting ministers to go ahead and stand and surround the sanctuary, surround the room here. And I invite the rest of you to go ahead and close your eyes and let's come together in consciousness. So right here, right now, recognizing that there just is this one life, this one power, this one presence, this one infinite, eternal isness that is in all, through all, as all. That is the life, that is the love, that lives, moves, breathes, and has its being in, through, and as each one of us gathered here, that we are one with this one, inseparable from it, recognizing that it is the true nature of who each one is, recognizing that it is our true nature, and that true nature is changeless, for we are love made manifest. That is our power, that is our purpose in life, to be the power and presence of love made manifest here and now, in this form, in this time, doing the light that we have been called to do, doing the work that we have been called to do, that is ours to do. And we are doing a great work, and we cannot come down. And so I give thanks for the yes, for the sacred yes of each one here, and their willingness to release, to let go, to forgive, to make space in their hearts, to remind themselves, to remember themselves of who and whose they are, of what their true nature is. And I am grateful for their willingness to see that in their neighbor, in their friends, and in those who have trespassed against them. Knowing that there simply is love present, and it is this love that we call forward here and now. And it is in this love, it is in this forgiveness that we are truly free. So I simply give thanks. I release this word, knowing it is done, knowing it is so. I let it be, and together we say, and so it is. And so I invite everyone to please stand and let us say our affirmation, this week's affirmation. I forgive so that I may live. Let's hear it together, nice and loud, so it's like truthful and powerful. 1, 2, 3. I forgive so that I may live. Something wonderful is happening through me right now. It is this thing called love. Love is in my mind. Love is in my body. Love is in everything I do. I am it. I share it. I receive it. And I move love forward because love lives here. Let's sing.
Yes, I know I can be strong for love. I will stand for truth. I will stand for truth. 'Cause I know I can be strong for truth. Yes, I know I can be strong for truth. Joy, I will stand for joy. I will stand for joy. 'Cause I know I can be strong for joy. Yes, I know I can be strong for joy. Last one, God, here we go. I will stand for God. I will stand 'cause I know I can be strong for God.